Warning. Wikipedia is a crowdsourced encyclopedia. Pages may contain information that is incorrect. This is why many educators do not consider Wikipedia as a source. The following are the top 5 wiki pages during the day. The Bible. The Bible, from Koine Greek, ta Biblia, the books, is a collection of sacred texts or scriptures. Varying parts of the Bible are considered to be a product of divine inspiration and a record of the relationship between God and humans by Christians, Jews, Samaritans, and Rastafarians. What is regarded as canonical text differs depending on traditions and groups. A number of Bible canons have evolved, with overlapping and diverging contents. The Hebrew Bible overlaps with the Greek Septuagint and the Christian Old Testament. The Christian New Testament is a collection of writings by early Christians, believed to be mostly Jewish disciples of Christ, written in 1st century Koine Greek. Among Christian denominations there is some disagreement about what should be included in the canon, primarily about the Apocrypha, a list of works that are regarded with varying levels of respect. Attitudes towards the Bible also differ among Christian groups. Roman Catholics, High Church Anglicans and Eastern Orthodox Christians stress the harmony and importance of the Bible and sacred tradition, while Protestant churches, including evangelical Anglicans, focus on the idea of sola scriptura, or scripture alone. This concept arose during the Protestant Reformation, and many denominations today support the use of the Bible as the only infallible source of Christian teaching. The Bible has been a massive influence on literature and history, especially in the Western world, where the Gutenberg Bible was the first book printed using movable type. According to the March 2007 edition of Time, the Bible has done more to shape literature, history, entertainment, and culture than any book ever written. Its influence on world history is unparalleled, and shows no signs of abating. With estimated total sales of over 5 billion copies, it is widely considered to be the most influential and best-selling book of all time. As of the 2000s, it sells approximately 100 million copies annually. The English word Bible is from the Latin Biblia, from the same word in medieval Latin and late Latin, and ultimately from Koine Greek, translate ta Biblia, the books, singular, Biblion. Medieval Latin Biblia is short for Biblia Sacra, Holy Book, while Biblia in Greek and late Latin is neuter plural, General Bibliarum. It gradually came to be regarded as a feminine singular noun, Biblia, General Bibliae, in medieval Latin, and so the word was loaned as a singular into the vernaculars of Western Europe. Latin Biblia Sacra, Holy Books translates Greek ta Biblia trargia, the Holy Books. The word itself had the literal meaning of paper or scroll and came to be used as the ordinary word for book. It is the diminutive of Byblos, Egyptian papyrus, possibly so called from the name of the Phoenician seaport Byblos, also known as Jebel, from whence Egyptian papyrus was exported to Greece. The Greek ta Biblia, litters, little papyrus books, was an expression Hellenistic Jews used to describe their sacred books, the Septuagint. Christian use of the term can be traced to c. 223 CE. The biblical scholar F. F. Bruce notes that Chrysostom appears to be the first writer, in his homilies on Matthew, delivered between 386 and 388, to use the Greek phrase ta Biblia, the books, to describe both the Old and New Testaments together. Textual history. By the 2nd century BCE, Jewish groups began calling the books of the Bible the scriptures, and they referred to them as holy, or in Hebrew, Kitvi HaKadosh, and Christians now commonly call the Old and New Testaments of the Christian Bible the Holy Bible, in Greek, ta Biblia trargia, or the Holy Scriptures, Eagiograph. The Bible was divided into chapters in the 13th century by Stephen Langton, and it was divided into verses in the 16th century by French printer Robert Sgn, and is now usually cited by book, chapter, and verse. The division of the Hebrew Bible into verses is based on the soft-passage cantillation mark used by the 10th century Masoretes to record the verse divisions used in earlier oral traditions. The oldest extant copy of a complete Bible is an early 4th century parchment book preserved in the Vatican Library, and it is known as the Codex Vaticanus. The oldest copy of the Tanakh in Hebrew and Aramaic dates from the 10th century CE. The oldest copy of a complete Latin, Vulgate, Bible is the Codex Amiatinus, dating from the 8th century. NXIVM NXIVM was alleged to be an American multi-level marketing company based near Albany, New York that offered personal and professional development seminars through its executive success programs. 2. NXIVM has been labeled by several journalists as a pyramid scheme, and has also been accused by former members of being a recruiting platform for a cult operating within it, variously called Dues or the Vow, in which women were branded and forced into sexual slavery. In early 2018, NXIVM founder Keith Raniere and his associate, actress Alison Mack, were arrested and indicted on federal charges related to dues, including sex trafficking. Both Mack and NXIVM co-founder Nancy Salzman pleaded guilty to racketeering charges in early 2019. Raniere's trial is expected to begin on April 29, 2019. Patrick M. Shanahan. Patrick Michael Shanahan, born June 27, 1962, is an American government official serving as acting United States Secretary of Defense since 2019. President Donald Trump appointed Shanahan to the role after the resignation of retired General James N. Mattis. Shanahan served as Deputy Secretary of Defense from 2017 to 2019. 1. He previously spent 30 years at Boeing in a variety of roles. Education. Shanahan was born in Palo Alto, California on June 27, 1962 and grew up in Seattle, Washington, where he graduated from Bishop Blanchard High School in 1980. He attended the University of Washington where he earned a Bachelor of Science, B.S., degree in Mechanical Engineering. He then earned a Master of Science, M.S., degree in Mechanical Engineering from Massachusetts Institute of Technology, and a Master of Business Administration, MBA, from the MIT Sloan School of Management. Planet 9. Planet 9 is a hypothetical planet in the outer region of the Solar System. Its gravitational effects could explain the unusual clustering of orbits for a group of extreme trans-Neptunian objects, ETNOs, bodies beyond Neptune that orbit the Sun at distances averaging more than 250 times that of the Earth. These ETNOs tend to make their closest approaches to the Sun in one sector, and their orbits are similarly tilted. These improbable alignments suggest that an undiscovered planet may be shepherding the orbits of the most distant known solar system objects. This undiscovered super-Earth-sized planet would have a predicted mass of 5 to 10 times the Earth, and an elongated orbit 400 to 800 times as far from the Sun as the Earth. Konstantin Batygin and Michael E. Brown suggest that Planet 9 could be the core of a giant planet that was ejected from its original orbit by Jupiter during the genesis of the Solar System. Others propose that the planet was captured from another star, was once a rogue planet, or that it formed on a distant orbit and was pulled into an eccentric orbit by a passing star. As of 2019, no observation of Planet 9 had been announced. While the sky surveys such as Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer, WISE, and Pan-STARRS did not detect Planet 9, they have not ruled out the existence of a Neptune-diameter object in the outer solar system. The ability of these past sky surveys to detect Planet 9 were dependent on its location and characteristics. Further surveys of the remaining regions are ongoing using NEOWISE and the 8-meter Subaru telescope. Unless Planet 9 is observed, its existence is purely conjectural. Several alternative theories have been proposed to explain the observed clustering of TNOs. Shazam. Shazam is a 2019 American superhero film based on the DC Comics character of the same name. Produced by New Line Cinema and distributed by Warner Bros. Pictures, it is the 7th installment in the DC Extended Universe, DCEU. Directed by David F. Sandberg from a screenplay by Henry Gayden, and a story by Gayden and Aaron Lamb, the film stars Asher Angel as Billy Batson, a teenage boy who can transform into an adult superhero, played by Zachary Levi. Mark Strong, Jack Dylan Grazer, and Jimon Hounsou also star. It is the first live-action film version of the character since the 1941 serial Adventures of Captain Marvel, the character's original name. Development of a live-action Shazam film began at New Line in the early 2000s, but was delayed for many years. The film went into pre-production in 2009 with director Peter Segal and writer John August, and Wayne Johnson considered to star as the villain Black Adam, but the project fell through. William Goldman, Alex Sokolow, Joel Cohen, Bill Birch, and Jeff Johns, among others, were all attached to the project as writers at various points. The film was officially announced in 2014, with Johnson attached to star as either Shazam or Black Adam. He would later be cast in January 2017 to lead a solo Black Adam development project. Sandberg signed on to direct Shazam in February 2017 and Levi was cast that October, with Angel joining the following month. Principal photography began in Toronto, Ontario, Canada on January 29, 2018, with most of the film shot at Pinewood Toronto Studios, and wrapped on May 11, 2018. Shazam was released in the United States by Warner Bros. Pictures in Real 3D, Dolby Cinema, and IMAX 3D on April 5, 2019. The film has grossed over $159 million worldwide and received praise from critics for Sandberg's direction and the performances of Levi and Grazer, as well as its light tone and sense of fun. A sequel is currently in development. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.